Electric air taxis get government boost with Trump's executive action. The eVTOL, electric vertical takeoff and landing industry, surged late Friday after the White House announced that President Trump signed an executive action launching an eVTOL integration pilot program. The initiative will select at least 5 pilot projects aimed at accelerating real-world uses, including cargo transport and emergency medical services.
Amazon gears up to deploy AI humanoid robots for package deliveries. Amazon is developing a humanoid park at its San Francisco office, an indoor obstacle course to test humanoid robots, including one from China-based Unitree. The goal is to train robots to ride in the back of Rivian delivery vans and spring out to deliver packages. While Amazon already uses over 750,000 robots in its fulfillment centers, this initiative marks a shift toward outdoor and last-mile delivery automation.
1 gigawatt AI campus planned in UAE, but US yet to clear chip exports. Reuters. G42, in partnership with OpenAI and Oracle, will build and operate Stargate UAE, a 1 gigawatt AI compute cluster in Abu Dhabi, with the first 200 megawatt phase launching in 2026. The broader AI campus aims to host 5 gigawatts of data centers. However, US officials have not yet determined the security terms for exporting advanced chips or how to enforce the agreement with the UAE, leaving the deal uncertain. US officials remain wary of the UAE's close ties with China, especially after the UAE adopted Huawei's 5G technology during Trump's first term, despite American objections. The US has no set timeline for finalizing the deal, as Abu Dhabi must accept undefined tech restrictions, and potential amendment requests could further delay approval. The Trump administration is pushing to finalize the deal, but bipartisan concerns over the UAE's ties to China are fueling opposition.
Westinghouse eyes 10 new nuclear reactors to power Trump's energy push. Westinghouse's interim CEO Dan Sumner announced that all 10 upcoming projects could utilize the company's AP1000 pressurized water reactor design. The estimated total cost may reach $75 billion, excluding potential delays or cost overruns. The AP1000 is a proven reactor design, currently in use internationally, and was the last commercial reactor design deployed in the US. Westinghouse is co-owned by Brookfield Renewable Partners and uranium producer Cameco.
US-China trade talks shift to tech and rare earths as chip curbs stay firm. The US-China trade dispute is now centered on strategic technologies and materials rather than tariffs. National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett said the US may ease some semiconductor export curbs to China, though restrictions on NVIDIA's high-end AI chips will remain due to national security concerns. Meanwhile, China has begun approving limited export licenses for rare earth-related items, even as it continues to push for fewer US restrictions on jet engines and tech products. Trump launches $1,000 baby investment accounts under Invest America plan. President Trump has unveiled the Invest America pilot program to give children born from 2025 to 2028 a $1,000 government-funded index fund account. The Treasury will fund tax-deferred stock market accounts for children, allowing guardians to contribute up to $5,000 annually. The funds become accessible once the child reaches 18 years old. Robinhood Markets plans to provide technology and capital resources for the White House's Invest America initiative. The initiative is part of the House's broader One Big Beautiful Bill, which also includes tax cuts and reversals of green energy incentives. The bill passed the House but awaits Senate approval.
IonQ, NVIDIA, and AWS cut drug chemistry time from months to days. IonQ, in collaboration with NVIDIA and AWS, demonstrated a major breakthrough in accelerating a key step in the Suzuki-Miura reaction, a process vital to making small molecule drugs. By integrating IonQ's Forte quantum processor with NVIDIA's CUDA-Q and Amazon Bracket, the team achieved a 20 times speed-up. IonQ noted that the technique maintained accuracy while reducing the overall expected runtime from months to days. Rolls-Royce wins UK bid to build nation's first small modular reactors. Rolls-Royce shares rose after being chosen by Great British Nuclear to build the UK's first small modular reactors, beating out Westinghouse and a collaboration between GE Vernova and Hitachi. The government committed £2.5 billion to the SMR programme and an additional £14 billion to the large-scale Sizewell C nuclear plant, signalling a major push toward a nuclear energy revival. Rolls-Royce says it is 18 months ahead in the regulatory process compared to its competitors.
Micron Ships HBM4 samples targets 2026 AI platform ramp-up. Micron Technology announced on Tuesday the shipment of its HBM 436GB 12-high memory samples to multiple key customers. The company plans to ramp up HBM4 production in 2026 to align with next-gen AI platform deployments. Wells Fargo analysts, led by Aaron Rakers, highlighted the product's improvements in a Tuesday investor note. Micron's HBM4 also features greater than 20% better power efficiency versus the prior generation HBM3E and achieves speeds greater than 2.0 terabytes per second per memory stack and more than 60% better performance over the prior gen HBM3E at 1.2 terabytes per second. Micron projects the HBM market to grow significantly from $16 billion in 2024 to over $35 billion in 2025, $64 billion by 2028, and reaching $100 billion by 2030. Huawei CEO admits chip lag, bets on cluster computing and compound semis. Huawei CEO Ren Zhengfei acknowledged in an interview with the Chinese Communist Party's People's Daily that Huawei's chips are currently a generation behind U.S. rivals. However, the company is working to close the gap through strategies such as cluster computing. Ren also pointed to compound chips, semiconductors made from a combination of different elements, as a key area for future innovation.
Qualcomm unveils AR1 Plus Gen 1 to power smarter, sleeker AI glasses. Qualcomm unveiled its new AR1 Plus Gen 1 platform for AI-powered smart glasses, an upgrade over the original AR1 Gen 1 used in Meta's Ray-Bans. The updated platform is 12% smaller, features improved image quality, and can run large language models with up to 1 billion parameters directly on the device, including models that cater towards image recognition and speech-to-text. Qualcomm's Ziad Asghar stated the innovation will open the door to a revolution in AI smart glasses, enabling companies to achieve breakthroughs such as offering thinner, lighter, and more varied glass designs that are powerful enough to run AI assistants right on the device.
Trump says China trade deal done, rare earths secured. President Donald Trump announced that a trade deal with China is complete, pending final approval by both him and President Xi Jinping. The deal includes Chinese supply of rare earths to the U.S. and continued access for Chinese students to American universities. Tariff rates are set at 55% on Chinese imports and 10% on U.S. goods. However, if a broader agreement isn't reached by August 10th, tariffs will sharply rise to 145% on the U.S. side and to 125% on the Chinese side. Following the news, shares of MP Materials and USA Rare Earth dropped.
Elon Musk delays robo-taxi launch in Austin to June 22nd. Elon Musk announced on X that Tesla's planned launch date could change again, citing heightened safety concerns. He stated that the company is being super paranoid about safety and emphasized that delays are possible if safety checks require more time. The launch was originally set for June 12th.
Amazon expands nuclear pact with Talon to power AI data centers. Talon Energy shares rose after it announced an expanded partnership with Amazon to supply up to 1,920 megawatts of carbon-free nuclear power from its Susquehanna plant to AWS data centers in Pennsylvania. The deal includes plans to explore new small modular reactors and increase output from Talon's existing Susquehanna nuclear plant in Pennsylvania. Power delivery will ramp up, aiming to hit full capacity by 2032, possibly sooner. Department of Defense picks Oklo to deploy Aurora reactor at Eielson Air Force Base. Oklo announced it has received a notice of intent to award from the U.S. Department of Defense's Energy Logistics Agency. The award would support the deployment of its Aurora small nuclear reactor to deliver both electricity and heat at Eielson Air Force Base in Alaska.
Quantum computing stocks rise as Nvidia CEO sees inflection point. Quantum computing is reaching an inflection point, Huang said during the GTC Paris event, while mentioning Nvidia's quantum computing service CUDA-Q. Huang added that the world is within reach of being able to use quantum computers.
Israel strikes Iran's nuclear sites. IRGC commander reportedly killed. Israel launched a series of airstrikes against Iran early Friday morning local time, targeting locations it said were related to Iran's nuclear program. Iranian state media, Tasnim, reported that Hossein Salami, commander-in-chief of Iran's Revolutionary Guards Corps, IRGC, was killed in the strikes. Tasnim also reported that at least 3 additional senior Iranian officials were believed to have been killed, including a prominent physicist and and a nuclear scientist. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu vowed to continue the operation as many days as it takes to neutralize the threat. Oil prices surged over 10%, and U.S. stock futures plunged, with Dow futures down more than 600 points over fears of escalation. The United States did not participate in the military operation, but President Donald Trump was briefed on it beforehand.
Planet Labs secures seven-figure NATO contract for AI surveillance. Planet Labs has secured a new seven-figure contract with NATO to provide advanced daily intelligence and monitoring services. The company will deliver a specialized platform using its PlanetScope broad area monitoring technology, enhanced by artificial intelligence and machine learning analytics, aimed at tracking strategic regions of interest for the alliance.
NASA-backed Starlab fuels Voyager's soaring market debut. Voyager Technologies surged 139% in its stock market debut following a $383 million IPO. A major driver of investor interest is its $217.5 million NASA contract to develop Starlab, a next-generation space station slated to replace the International Space Station by 2030. The project is being executed through a joint venture with strategic partners including Airbus, Mitsubishi, MDA Space, and Palantir. In 2024, 84% of Voyager's revenue came from U.S. government contracts. In the first quarter of this year, Voyager reported $34.5 million in revenue and a net loss of $26.9 million, widening its year-over-year loss. Uber Eats expands beyond food with Dick's Sporting Goods and Golf Galaxy partnership. Uber Technologies and Dick's Sporting Goods have partnered to bring sporting goods, athletic apparel, footwear, team sports gear, and more to the Uber Eats platform. This deal expands Uber's service beyond food delivery, providing customers nationwide with access to everyday essentials through the Uber Eats app.
AMD CEO Lisa Su predicts AI inference demand to soar over 80% annually. Advanced Micro Devices CEO Lisa Su highlighted that artificial intelligence inferencing demand is now outpacing training demand due to an explosion in the number of models. She stated, "When we were here last year, we said that we expected the data center AI accelerator TAM to grow more than 60% annually to reach $500 billion in 2028. Su added, "We now expect inference to grow more than 80% per year for the next few years, really becoming the largest driver of AI compute." Su revealed the new MI350 series of GPUs with customers such as Meta Platforms, Elon Musk's xAI, and Microsoft preparing to upgrade. She noted that the MI355, which delivers a 35 times performance leap from the previous series, either matches or surpasses NVIDIA's B200 GPU when running large language models like DeepSeek R1 or Meta's Llama 3.3 and Maverick. MI355 delivers 40% more tokens per dollar than the competing GPU solution, she added. Eric Boyd, Microsoft's corporate vice president of AI platform, also praised AMD's chips, saying the high volume of memory per chip provides a significant advantage when running LLMs.